Day 20. You meant evil, God meant good. Genesis 46-50. The brothers return to Canaan, tell Jacob, Joseph is alive, he's ruler of Egypt. Jacob's heart nearly stops. Today the family reunites, and Genesis, the book of beginnings, comes to an end. Jacob can barely believe it. Joseph is alive. My son Joseph is ruler of all Egypt. His heart goes numb. He can't process it. But then they show him the carts, the gifts, the provisions Joseph sent, and something in Jacob revives.
My son Joseph is still alive. I'll go see him before I die.
So Israel sets out, taking everything he owns. When he reaches Beersheba, he stops, offers sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac. That night, God speaks to him in a vision.
Jacob, Jacob.
Here I am.
I am God, the God of your father. Don't be afraid to go down to Egypt. I'll make you into a great nation there. I'll go down to Egypt with you, and I'll surely bring you back again, and Joseph's own hand will close your eyes.
Jacob leaves Beersheba. His sons transport him, their children, their wives. In the carts Pharaoh provided, they take their livestock, everything they acquired in Canaan. Jacob and all his offspring head to Egypt, 70 people total, the family that will become a nation. Joseph prepares his chariot, rides out to Goshen to meet his father Israel. 22 years, that's how long it's been since Joseph last saw his father. He was 17, arrogant, naive, wearing that coat. Now he's 39, second in command of Egypt, a father himself. The chariot approaches. Joseph sees him, his father, old now, weathered, bent, but alive. Joseph jumps from the chariot, runs, throws his arms around his father, and weeps on his shoulder. For a long time, Jacob holds his son, this son he thought was dead, torn apart by wild animals. But here he is, alive, breathing, real. Jacob's voice breaks.
Now I'm ready to die. I've seen your face. You're still alive.
Joseph pulls back, smiling through tears.
Not yet. You're not dying yet. We have time.
Joseph settles his family in Goshen, the best part of Egypt, rich pasture land. He presents 5 of his brothers to Pharaoh. Pharaoh asks them,
"What's your occupation?"
Your servants are shepherds, just as our fathers were. We've come to live here for a while, because the famine is severe in Canaan. There's no pasture for our flocks. Please let your servants settle in Goshen.
Pharaoh tells Joseph,
"Your father and brothers have come to you. The land of Egypt is before you. Settle them in the best part of the land. Let them live in Goshen. And if any of them have special ability, put them in charge of my own livestock."
Then Joseph brings his father Jacob in, presents him to Pharaoh. Jacob blesses Pharaoh. Pharaoh asks,
How old are you?
Jacob's answer is weary, honest.
The years of my pilgrimage are 130. My years have been few and difficult. They don't compare to the years of my fathers.
Few and difficult. That's how Jacob describes his life. Deception, running, wrestling with God, Rachel's death, thinking Joseph was dead for 22 years. Few and difficult. But now, here in Egypt, his family is together. His son is alive. Jacob blesses Pharaoh again, then leaves his presence. Jacob lives in Egypt 17 years. He reaches the age of 147. When the time draws near for him to die, he calls Joseph.
If I found favor in your eyes, put your hand under my thigh. Promise me you'll show me kindness and faithfulness. Don't bury me in Egypt. When I rest with my fathers, carry me out of Egypt and bury me where they're buried.
I'll do as you say.
Joseph promises.
Swear to me.
Joseph swears, and Israel worships as he leans on the top of his staff. Later, Joseph brings his 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, to see Jacob. Jacob sits up in bed, weak but alert. He blesses Joseph's sons, but he does something unexpected. He crosses his hands, puts his right hand on Ephraim's head, the younger son, his left hand on Manasseh's head, the older son. Joseph tries to correct him.
No, my father, this one's the firstborn. Put your right hand on his head.
But Jacob refuses.
I know, my son, I know. Manasseh will become great too, but his younger brother will be greater. His descendants will become a group of nations.
The pattern continues, the younger over the older. Abel over Cain, Isaac over Ishmael, Jacob over Esau, Ephraim over Manasseh. God doesn't work by human rules. Then Jacob calls all 12 of his sons.
Gather round. I'll tell you what will happen to you in days to come.
He blesses each one, prophecies over them. Reuben, the firstborn, but unstable. He won't excel. He slept with his father's concubine. Simeon and Levi, violent, cursed for their anger, scattered among Israel. Judah. Jacob's voice strengthens.
Judah, your brothers will praise you. Your hand will be on the neck of your enemies. Your father's sons will bow down to you. You're a lion's cub, Judah. You return from the prey, my son. Like a lion, he crouches and lies down. Like a lioness, who dares rouse him? The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, until he comes to whom it belongs, and the nations will obey him. A king will come from Judah's line. One day a lion from Judah's tribe will rule forever. Joseph.
Jacob's voice softens, fills with emotion.
Joseph is a fruitful vine near a spring, whose branches climb over a wall. Archers attacked him, shot at him with hostility, but his bow remained steady. His strong arms stayed flexible. Because of the hand of the mighty one of Jacob, because of the shepherd, the rock of Israel, because of your father's God who helps you, because of the Almighty who blesses you, with blessings of the skies above, blessings of the deep springs below, blessings of the breast and womb. Your father's blessings are greater than the blessings of the ancient mountains, greater than the bounty of the age-old hills. Let all these rest on the head of Joseph, on the one set apart from his brothers.
Jacob blesses the rest, then gives final instructions.
I'm about to be gathered to my people. Bury me with my fathers, in the cave in the field of Ephron the Hittite, where Abraham and Sarah are buried, where Isaac and Rebekah are buried, where I buried Leah.
He finishes speaking, draws his feet up into the bed, breathes his last, and is gathered to his people. Joseph throws himself on his father, weeps over him, kisses him, then orders the physicians to embalm his father. The Egyptians mourn for him 70 days. When the mourning period ends, Joseph speaks to Pharaoh's officials.
If I found favor in your eyes, please tell Pharaoh. My father made me swear an oath. He said, I'm about to die. Bury me in the tomb I dug for myself in Canaan. Now let me go bury my father, then I'll return.
Pharaoh agrees.
Go, bury your father, as he made you swear.
So Joseph goes up to bury his father. All Pharaoh's officials go with him. The dignitaries of Egypt, Joseph's entire household, his brothers, his father's household, a very large company. When they reach the threshing floor of Atad, they hold a solemn ceremony of mourning. 7 days Joseph mourns for his father. The Canaanites see the mourning.
The Egyptians are holding a very solemn ceremony of mourning.
They bury Jacob in the cave in Canaan, just as he requested. Then Joseph returns to Egypt with his brothers and all who went up with him. After Jacob dies, something shifts. The brothers start thinking, what if Joseph has been holding back? What if he's been waiting for our father to die? What if now that there's no one to protect us, he takes revenge? They send a message to Joseph.
Your father left these instructions before he died. Say to Joseph, please forgive your brothers the sins and wrongs they committed in treating you so badly. Now please forgive the sins of the servants of the God of your father.
When Joseph receives the message, he weeps. Then his brothers come themselves, throw themselves down before him.
We're your slaves,
They say. Joseph looks at them, his brothers, on their faces, again. The dreams from his youth, fulfilled, but not the way he imagined, not with triumph and pride, with grief and grace. Joseph's voice is gentle.
Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. So then, don't be afraid. I'll provide for you and your children. He reassures them, speaks kindly to them. You meant evil.
22 years of slavery, prison, injustice, pain, all because of what they did. God meant it for good. Not that God caused the evil, not that the evil was okay, but that God used it, wove it into a story of rescue, of redemption, of a family that would become a nation, of a nation that would bring forth the Messiah, from a pit in Canaan, to a prison in Egypt, to a palace, to saving the world from famine. You meant evil, God meant it for good. Joseph stays in Egypt with all his father's family. He lives to 110, sees his great-great-grandchildren. Then Joseph says to his brothers, I'm about to die, but God will surely come to your aid. He'll take you up out of this land, to the land he promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Joseph makes the Israelites swear an oath. God will surely come to your aid. Then you must carry my bones up from this place. Joseph dies at the age of 110. They embalm him, place him in a coffin. In Egypt, Genesis ends with a coffin. The family that started with one man, Abraham, is now a nation of 70, then hundreds, then thousands, settled in Egypt. But the promise hasn't been forgotten. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, all believed God would bring them back to the land he promised, and he will. Not in their lifetime, but in their children's children's children. 400 years from now, God will raise up a deliverer, a man who'll stand before Pharaoh and say, let my people go. And the people in that coffin, Joseph's bones, will finally go home. Genesis is finished. The book of beginnings, creation, fall, flood, covenant, patriarchs, providence, from a garden in Eden to a coffin in Egypt. But the story's not over, it's just beginning. Monday, we open Exodus, and everything changes. Tomorrow, Saturday, no new reading, but we're bringing Joseph into the modern world. You won't want to miss this. See you then.